Hi, I'm April. I am a singer-songwriter and music teacher, and today I am going to be giving you 10 songwriting prompts. I call the first one human camera. The idea basically is that you are starting by focusing in on something really small, and then as you keep going, you are going to zoom, 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 until you get the really broad general picture. So what I want you to do is start with a really small object, something really tiny that you could hold in your hand maybe. But don't just stop there, get really specific about it. In fact, you can do a sense description based on this. So for instance, if your object was a magic bean, you could say, it is small, brown, it is soft, it would probably taste very earthy, and then that would be the end of that. You could either write those things as bullet points, or you could even go ahead and just write an entire paragraph about it, either way. But then your next step is going to be going a little further. So we're gonna zoom out. Where is your object? Is it sitting on a table? Do you have it in your hand? Did it maybe fall on the ground? Wherever your object is, I want you to then write that down. You could even talk about how it got to be where it is. Did you pick it up from somewhere? Did somebody hand you this magic bean at the market in return for your cow friend? Once you have those things in mind, you can zoom out even further. And from there, you can start to talk about the room it's in. Or if it's not in a room, tell us about the outside. Where is it? Is it maybe in a field somewhere? Are there dandelions? What does it smell like? What does it sound like? Same deal goes for if you're in your bedroom or if you're at a bar. You would just talk about the smells and the tastes and the sounds, and then talk about any characters that are in your room. Are you there physically, like yourself? Or are you looking through the lens of a character? Who are your characters talking to? What are they talking about? What seems to be the most important thing happening in the room at the moment? And it doesn't have to be your item. But I want you to talk about how your item is related to the broader context of the room. So for instance, if I were talking about my magic bean, I might be a young man named Jack having a conversation with my mother about how I should not have sold our family cow in return for this silly bean. Now I want you to zoom out even further. And instead of zooming out physically, we're going to kind of philosophically zoom out this time, which is to say that we're going to talk about the broader general themes of our story. So now we have a really fleshed out idea of what the story is and what's happening. But what does it all mean? What are the morals of the story? Or what is the broader narrative trying to tell us? This is the moment that you get to tie your object to that bigger thing. How can your object represent that bigger thing? In my story, it might be that my bean represents my relationship with my mother, or it might represent my childhood naivete. But either way, now you have a very complete story from big to little, and you have a really clear direction for your story to take. Number 2. Use a random word generator. This is one of my favorite exercises ever, and I've done it a couple of times on my channel, so you can watch one of those videos here. But the concept is to go online to one of those random word generator websites, or even just like flip through a dictionary and just like point to stuff. That works too. But what you're gonna do is come up with 3 totally random words, and then you're gonna try to write a song around those words and just see what happens. Number 3 is to plunk 5 notes on an instrument super randomly. Now those 5 random notes are going to become your melody. So what you can do from there is you can elongate certain notes or shorten certain notes to make it more rhythmically complex or interesting. You can change things to a different octave if you kind of did something along those lines. You can even play your notes backwards and see what they sound like. The idea here is to just get as creative as you can with just those 5 notes and see if you can create a song around it. Number 4, open up a newspaper or go to a news website of your choosing and close your eyes. And then scroll or flip and point somewhere random. And whatever you point to, you have to write a song about. If you do land on something that's super boring, what you can do is try to write a song from the perspective of someone who finds that really interesting. Number 5 is to pick a song that you totally love and then reduce it down to an outline by figuring out what the most important concept is in each section. From there, you have a brand new outline, and you can build your own song using the basic concepts from the previous song. All you have to do is completely throw away the melody, lyrics, and harmony and create something brand new. Number 6, take a song that you absolutely hate and make it better. All you have to do is just tweak it little by little until you can figure out a way to say everything in a way that feels more you or that feels better. You could even change around the melody or the harmony and just do whatever you want to it until it becomes completely unrecognizable and it becomes something that you really love. Number 7, create an entire song using only rhythm and your voice. You can feel free to use layering or to turn any object you want into an instrument. Think of it like Cutthroat Kitchen, but with music. Number 8, listen to a song that you really love and steal the chord progression. Now you can either change the harmonic rhythm, change the time signature, you can put it in a different key, change it to a different octave. You can add 7th chords or do anything else to it that you think would make the song more fun. Once the chord progression feels unrecognizable from the original, or at least far enough away from it, you can go ahead and write your own song around it. Number 9. Write an entire song using only one chord. You can think of it like a pedal point that's happening underneath, or you could even decide to just change up the bass and make the bass be the thing that's changing throughout. You can also layer on more instrumentation, you can change up the dynamics, and you can add more leaps in your melody until you find that it's something that feels more engaging and more interesting. But the big challenge here is to see if you can do your entire song without leaving that one chord. Number 10, pick someone you really don't like and try to write a song from their point of view. This can feel really challenging because if you pick somebody you really don't like, you're gonna wind up feeling like it's really difficult to empathize with them, but that's all the more reason to try it. Plus, it might give you more perspective. And with all of that, those are 10 songwriting prompts. I hope that you found them helpful. If you did, be sure to let me know in the comments, and especially let me know if you used any of them to write a song. I would love to hear it. Be sure to link it below. And be sure to give this video a like, share it with your friends, subscribe if you haven't already, and ring that cute little bell if you want to be notified the next time I post something.